Hello children, welcome to AIMS India's online classes. So from the chapter geometry, let us learn about types of angles. Yes, we have already learnt about what are angles. Now let us look at what are the different types of angles we have. The first type is right angles. Look at the angles in the following figures. Which shape do they remind you of? The L shape. The angles which are in the L shape are known as right angles. What are they saying? Yes, when these two sides meet here, it forms an angle. Now, what is the shape of the angles here, children? See, here this is one our angle and this is our other angle. Now, both the angles are in the L shape, Yes, see, this is a bit of an inverted L and this is the L that we know. Both are in the L shape. So when an angle is formed in this L shape, what is it? Listen carefully. When the angles are formed in this L shape, it is known as a right angle. Clear? The simplest way to understand right angle is that when the angle is formed in this L shape like this is called as a right angle. This is called as a right angle, children. Now here are a few examples of right angles. See, this is an L shape, this is L shape here, this is also L shape. And if you observe, for remaining angles, suppose if we have an angle like this, for these angles we put a circle like this. For the angle symbol here we put a semicircle kind of thing. But when we are finding out right angles, if you see, we are making an L shape here. We are making an L shape. Suppose if this was any other angle, then we make a semicircle like this. But as it is a right angle, we draw this L shape here. Is this clear, children? An angle which is formed in the L shape is called as a right angle. And again, this is also an important thing to remember, that we draw L shape here instead of the normal U or the semicircle. Now you can make a right angle tester using a paper. Cut a circle from a sheet of paper. Fold it into half. Again fold it into half. So what is this? This is how we can make our own right angle tester. That means we can make our own right angle tester. With the help of this, tester means what? Which helps us to test. Okay, with the help of this right angle, when you compare this tester with the given angle, you can say whether the given angle is a right angle or not. Now, how to make this right angle tester? Take a circle, cut a circle from a sheet of paper, then fold it into half like this, then again fold it into half. Yes, fold it into half. Now what did we do? First we took a circle, fold it into half, and then again folded it into half. Now upon doing so, we have a right angle here. It is in the form of a L shape. Yes, we have a right angle. Now with the help of this is our right angle tester. Now whenever you have any angle in front of you, you can compare it with this tester. If the angle is in the same, the given angle is the same as this, then we can say that it is a right angle. If it is not, then it is not a right angle. Now coming to the other types of angles, acute angle and obtuse angle. What are these, children? ACUTE. Acute. What is this? Acute angle. And the other is OBTUSE. Obtuse angle. Acute angle and obtuse angle. First we have learnt about right angle, which is in the L shape. Now coming to the other two types, it is acute angle and the obtuse angle. Now look at the angles in the following figures. Use your right angle tester and write whether each angle is more than a right angle or less than a right angle. So what should we do? Here in these figures we are seeing some angles. Yes, see, we are seeing some angles here with the help of our right angle tester, that is this one. Now what should we do? We should write whether the given angles are more than our right angle or less than a right angle. Now coming to the first one, house. What is our right angle, children? See again how to use this right angle tester. You have to place your right angle tester along one of the arms of the angle. You know the arm, right? Yes, these two rays will be the arms of our angle. So yes, you should keep it like this. You should place your right angle tester like this here, children. Okay, let me color so that it will be highlighted. Okay, see, you have to place your right angle tester like this alongside the arms of the given angle, alongside the arms of the given angle. Now see, this colored area is our right angle. Now apart from this right angle also we are having some extra angle here. So what can we say? We can say that the given angle is more than a right angle. We can say that the given angle is more than a right angle. Now coming to the second one. Again, where to place our right angle tester? Alongside the arm. When we place the right angle tester alongside the arm and check. See, now this is our right angle and the original angle is inside this right angle. It is inside the right angle. That means what can we say, children? The given angle is less than a right angle. The given angle is less than a right angle. Yes. Now again coming to the figure 3. Again we have to place alongside the arms. You can place it like this also. Okay. You can place it like this also. Yes. So this is our right angle here. Now again let me color. This is our right angle. But the actual angle here is more than the right angle. So again it is more. First angle is more, second is less, and again third angle is more than the right angle. Now again this one, see children here. Alongside the arm. This will be our right angle tester. Yes, it is less than a right angle. Correct. Now coming to this one. What color shall we take? Okay, we'll take this one. This, here and here. Yes, understood. Now look at this here. We are having certain area which is not covered by the right angle. So that means the given angle is more than the right angle. Now coming to the last one. Again, this will be our right angle tester. This angle is also more than the given right angle. Now the angles that are less than the right angles are called acute angles. As we have observed, few angles are less than the right angle and the few others are more than our right angle. Now what can we say about those angles? The angles that are less than the right angles are called acute angles, children. ACUTE. First let us talk about what is this cute. What do we find cute? Suppose if we see small children like you. What? Small children. We say that you are looking cute. Yes, cute is used for small children. We don't say to big people that they are looking cute. Yes, so by this you can keep this in mind to understand what is an acute angle and a obtuse angle. Cute is used for small things and small children. So acute angles are those angles that are smaller than our right angle. That are smaller than our right angle or that are less than our right angle. Is this clear, children? acute is the word used for small things and small children. So acute angles are those that are smaller than our right angle, or in short, less than the right angle. Examples of acute angles are all this. See, if we place our right angle tester, this would be our right angles. See, in all the cases, the given angles are less than our right angle. They are smaller than our right angle. So, all these become examples of our acute angles. Is this clear, children? The angles that are less than right angles are called as acute angles. Now the angles that are more, yes, the angles that are more than the right angles become obtuse angles. Now what is this word here? Obtuse, O-B-T-U-S-E. Now in English we have another similar word, that is O-B-E-S-E. O-B-S-E. O-B-S-E is common here, right? So obese, whom do we call obese? Obese is a person who is very fat. Yes, who looks very big because he or she is very fat. Yes, very big. A very big personality is called as obese. Now in the same way, obtuse is an angle which is bigger than our right angle. Understood, children? Obtuse is similar to obese. Obese means a person who is a very big or who is very fat. So in the same way, obtuse angle is an angle which is bigger than the right angle, or it is more than the right angle. Or if you can remember the acute, acute thing, children. Acute angles are those that are less than the right angles. Then automatically obtuse angles becomes what? They are the angles that are more than the right angles. So if you remember either one of them, it is sufficient. Or if you remember both, what is an acute and an obtuse angle, then it is very good, children. So what are these? The angles that are more than right angles are called as obtuse angles. See here, this would be the right angle. Again here, this would be my right angle. This would be my right angle. So in all the three cases, the original angle is more than our right angle. So all these become examples of obtuse angles. Now coming to straight angles, we have learnt about right angles, acute angles and obtuse angles. Now coming to straight angles. What are straight angles? Angles whose arms lie in the opposite direction from the vertex and form a straight line are known as straight angles. When two right angles are placed next to each other, we get a straight angle. What are straight angles? Angles whose arms lie in the opposite directions from the vertex. If we take this one for example, yes, this is the vertex here. Let us take another color so that it would be visible. Yes, this is the vertex and these two become our arms. Now are these arms in the opposite direction? Yes, these two arms are lying in the opposite direction to each other from our vertex. So because they are in opposite direction, what can we see here, children? We can see that they have formed a straight line. We can see that they have formed a straight line. So as they have formed a straight line, the angle thus formed becomes a straight angle. Is this clear? The angle thus formed becomes a straight angle. Again, let us read again. Angles whose arms lie in the opposite direction from the vertex and form a straight line are known as straight angles. I hope this is clear, right? See, this is ray 1 and this is ray 2. Yes, okay. No, let us take here. Ray 1 OA and we have another ray which is sharing the same vertex OB. Now these two are lying in the opposite direction to each other from the vertex. As they are in the opposite directions, they have formed a straight line. They have formed a straight line, and the angle thus formed becomes a straight angle. I hope this is clear, children. And what is one way of getting a straight angle? When two right angles are placed next to each other, we get a straight angle. See, this is one right angle. Let me draw neatly. Okay, this is one right angle and this is another right angle. Okay, so what am I going to do? I am going to place both these next to each other. Again, see, on the same line I am starting my another right angle as well. It's not good. Understood, children? What did I do? These right angle 1 and right angle 2, I have placed them next to each other. So because of placing them next to each other, they have formed a straight line. So the complete angle here now becomes a straight angle. Originally it was two right angles, but as we have placed them next to each other, the angle now we have is a straight angle. These are few examples of straight angle, children. See, this is a straight line, this is a straight line, and this is a straight line. So whenever you have a straight line like this, it is given in the word itself. It is very easy to understand. Yes, the angle that is formed on a straight line becomes a straight angle. So whenever you are given a straight line like this and asked to find out what is the angle formed here, you can simply write that it is a straight angle. Coming to the exercise problems, identify whether the angles marked in the following figures are acute, obtuse, right or straight. And what are the given objects here, children? Coming to A is already been done for us. See, this is a smaller angle than our right angle. This would have been our entire right angle, but the angle is smaller. As I said, small means acute, so the angle formed is acute angle. We have written the letter A. So we are writing letter A for acute, O for obtuse, R for right, and S for straight angle. Now coming to B, here this is our right angle. This is our right angle, and as we can see, the given angle is greater than the right angle. As it is greater or more a bigger angle, we call it as an obtuse angle. Yes, so O will be our answer. Coming to C, here the angle, here we are having a straight line. So what will be the angle formed? Straight angle. Yes, so S will be our answer. Next D, the angle here formed is in the shape of a L. So what are these angles, children, formed in L shape? Right angle. Yes, so R will be our answer. Coming to E, again E is a smaller angle. E is a smaller angle than our right angle. If you place the right angle tester, it would be something like this. Yes, so it is smaller than our right angle. That is why what do we call it? Small means cute, so it is an acute angle. Now coming to F, here the angle is formed in the L shape, so we can simply write it as a right angle. Now the following are the different postures in yoga. Write the different type of angle formed in each posture. Yes, we all know yoga, right? So these are some of the yoga postures. Okay, so we have to write the angle formed. As we can see here, it is in the form of a L shape. So the angle formed is a right angle. And coming to B, we can see that the angle is smaller than our right angle. So the angle formed will be our acute angle. It will be acute angle. Coming to 3, identify all the right angles acute angles, obtuse angles and straight angles in the following figure. So we have to find out all the right angles, acute, obtuse, everything from this given figure. So from the given figure, first what are they asking us? Right angles. So we have to look for L-shaped angles. So where are L-shaped angles here? This is an L-shaped angle. So that would be a 1, and again here 2, here 3, and here 4. So these are the 4 L-shaped angles or the right angles. And how do we write the angle names, children? First we have to put the angle symbol. Yes. And what are the things to remember? That the vertex should be in the middle. The alphabet representing the vertex should be in the middle. Now coming to this one, we have C O A. C O A. Coming to second angle, this one A O F. Angle A O F. Coming to the third one, F O D. F angle F O D. Coming to the fourth one, we have this angle DOC or angle COD. It is our wish, children. Okay. So we are having 4 right angles in the given figure, and these are the names of the 4 right angles. Now coming to acute angles. Again, acute angles are the smaller angles. So they come within a right angle. So this is our right angle, right? So within this right angle we are having 2 smaller angles. So these will be our acute angles. What are they? See, this would be angle 1, and then this would be angle 2. So let us write the names of the first one would be FOE, angle F, angle FOE, it is E. And the second one, this one, angle EOD. Are these the only acute angles? No, we are having 2 more acute angles here. See, we are having this one, and also we have this. All these angles, these 4 angles are smaller than our right angle. Yes, they are within the right angles. That means they are smaller than the right angles. So what will it be? AOB, angle AOB, and we have BOC, angle BOC. So again, we had 4 right angles. So even acute angles, we have 4 acute angles, and these are the names of those 4 acute angles. Now coming to obtuse angles are the bigger angles. Yes, so let us look for the bigger angles that are bigger than our right angle from here to here. Yes or no? This is here in the middle. This is our right angle line, but the angle is beyond our right angle, bigger than the right angle. So it will be an obtuse angle. And what will be the name of these, children? DOB or BOD, angle BOD. Yes, angle BOD is an obtuse angle. Now coming to the other one, where else do we have here? See, again this is also an obtuse angle, angle AOE. What is the rule for writing the angle name, children? We have to keep in mind that the vertex, the alphabet representing the vertex comes in the middle, angle AOE or angle EOA. Now coming to the other one here, from here to here. Yes, and then we also have this one. So we have already written the names of 2 obtuse angles. Now again these 2 obtuse angles, angle 3 COE, angle COE, and the fourth one angle, sorry, not BOF, angle BOF. So these are the 4 obtuse angles. Even we've got 4 obtuse angles. Now coming to the last one, that is our straight angles. Straight angles are the simplest. Yes, we just have to look for straight lines. So this is one straight line, this is one and this is the other one. So we have 3 straight lines here. That means we'll get 3 straight angles. So let us write the names of the angles, children. First one would be COF, angle COF, sorry. Second one would be angle BOE. And third one would be angle AOD. Yes, I hope this is clear. What did we learn today? With this, we've come to the end of today's class, children. What did we learn today? We've learned about the different types of angles. What are the different types we have learned? Let me highlight here. We've learned about right angles, that are the angles that are in L shape. Then we've learned about acute angles, the angles that are smaller than right angles. Then obtuse angles, the angles that are larger or greater, bigger than the right angles. And lastly, straight angles, the angles that are formed on a straight line. Yes, when both the arms are facing the opposite direction from the vertex, we get a straight angle. I hope this is clear, children. In the coming class, we'll learn